to Stages. Welcome to Stages. It's episode 5, getting live. That's my corny one for today. I'm glad that y'all keep watching. Glad about the feedback I'm getting. I'm glad that the Lord has got my back about this. I'm just really excited. A lot of good things are happening recently. I'm dog tired, but there's a lot of good things that are happening around, and just getting to go ahead and getting the push that I need is really exciting. Today on this episode of Stages, we are going to be talking about confronting the lie. I know a lot of times, like, when you being single, it's a lot of things you confront, like when it comes to like the advice that people give you about being single. Sometimes just terrible. And sometimes also just confronting the lies that you might tell yourself, especially when it comes to waiting, especially when it comes to, like, you know what I'm saying, like trying to weave out your lustful thoughts, or trying to weave out what you thinking in your head, or even moves to make. And I'm just gonna give a couple perspectives. I'm gonna get a first perspective on confronting the lie that I gotta deal with within myself first, and then before we start talking about the lies that we hear from other people. Because a lot of times, man, is most of our battle that we deal with, most of the battle that I deal with is with myself. Like, nobody can beat me more than I can beat myself up. Nobody can condemn me more than I condemn myself. I mean, a lot of times I feel like the outside noise is just feeding something that I'm already dealing with inside. But I feel like if we really be able to crack down and get an understanding on, like, the battle that I'm dealing with within me, like, you know, the battles that I'm dealing with on my own, is like that's mostly everything. Like, if anybody knows me, you know, most people who know me, like, I'm really extreme about stuff. Like, not really, I'm just dramatic, man. So, like, I'm just dramatic. The smallest thing, I can take it and I can just blow it up. And a lot of times I gotta check myself and slow down and just make sure and calm down and make sure that I'm making the right moves and that I'm doing the right things. But this one thing that I'm getting to know about myself, which can be good and bad at the same time. Like, if I'm all in, I'm all in. But a lot of times, sometimes I'm all in and I'm destroying stuff, blowing stuff up, and you know, you don't really need that much. You just need a back rub. You're all right. You're all right. But confronting the lies that I have to deal with on my own. A lot of times, at least, you know, I don't want to go and start talking with straight scripture, but like, when I was thinking about it, man, a lot of times I was thinking about it like with Abraham, when the Lord gave him specific things that he was gonna do for him. You know what I'm saying? And as you go along and as you wait and as stuff start getting weird and you start seeing stuff and things start getting crazy, you really get to doubt and you get to wondering, like, you know, am I hearing you right, Lord? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you sure? Is this what's really supposed to go on? I got some stuff that I've written down, and dreams that I got down, and things that I'm going through that's written and very detailed to a T, and things that he just tell me in general. But a lot of times, man, when stuff start getting shaky and stuff getting crazy, just the same way Abraham did, he like, man, Lord, you taking a mad long time, man. We talked about this whole kid thing, like what's up? You know, he end up doing this thing. It wasn't what the Lord told him to do, but the Lord, even when he messed up, the Lord still kept his promise. And that's the main thing. But it's important that we address the lie that we tell ourselves, and really just, if we stand firm and if we have faith in what God has told us, that we keep going in that. I mean, we can address the understanding and just getting to know that we human, and sometimes we can mess up. Sometimes we might hear it different. But a lot of times, man, the Lord will always give you confirmation. He'll always give you something to let you know that you're on the right track, and that he meant what he said. And a lot of times it's hard you have to deal with yourself and confront that lie. Like, all right, the Lord told me this. And sometimes you'll be like, man, maybe I should just rest today. Or, man, maybe he ain't say that, man. I'm about to go talk to other shorty, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it be things like that. Like, All right, let's keep it a buck. All right, like, you know, sometimes I get like these short things like, all right, man, I'm gonna be patient. A lot of times I hear the Lord telling me like, man, just be cool. I got you. Like, if you just relax, I'm gonna take care of you. I got you. But sometimes, man, you know, I get scrolling on my phone, you know, scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on Facebook, and, you know, brother sitting here, and then, you know, I ain't blind. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm not blind. I'm not blind at all. So I know what I like. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, do I want, man, maybe I should just slide in her DM and just holler at her one time. And then sometimes I got to confront that lie and just be like, look, man, look, calm down. Lord say he got you. Don't get you putting yourself out of there, so you gotta go through this whole process again. You spend unnecessary money that you don't need to spend, and then you back sitting here looking stupid, and then you talking about, oh man, you know, the dating scene weak. I feel like that's a lot of times I feel like a lot of times when we hear that comment, it's, you know, I've said it, and I know that people, I hear it a lot too, when people just be like, you know, this is when people, you know, people get to putting people in these big groups. Like, you know, I know I hear female like, there's a whole lot of dogs out here, a whole lot of men ain't nothing out here, ain't nobody trying to do stuff, or, you know, you'll hear me say like, man, females is mad aggressive right now. And you know, it's not like all females are aggressive. It's just the ones that I'm meeting because I'm impatient that's aggressive. You feel me? Like, just because, you know, these are just things that I'm running to in posts, and I'm seeing that it takes time, and we really have to reel it back in and address the lie like, hey man, you just need to be patient. All women aren't like this. All men are not like this. You know what I'm saying? It's important for us to always address the lie and be able to recognize what we dealing with and what we going through. Sometimes you gotta address the lie that says that you're not worthy enough. I deal with that a whole lot. I deal with that a lot, of trying to address the lie of saying that you're not worthy to have certain things, or that, you know what I'm saying, you look at all your problems and your mistakes, and you see all the stuff that you've been through, and you feel like either the Lord can't use you, or like, since you made these mistakes, that you're not worthy enough to have the things that he's going to give you. In general, we're kind of not. But grace, love, and mercy allows me to say that I can go to the throne boldly to obtain mercy and grace in the time of need. Like, I can do these things, like, because that I accepted Jesus as my Father. Like, these are the things that I have. These are the benefits that I have with me being in a relationship with him. And a lot of times we need to let go of the condemnation, the hurt, the mistakes, all of that, and just really be able to understand that everything is new now, that I'm new, that, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord even says that he's going to do a new thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really have to get an understanding that everything is different now. And it's hard, and we can bridge this in. It's hard. Not only is it hard for you to get accustomed to, it's hard for other people to get accustomed to too, is because you trying to be able to work this thing and trying to level this thing out, or being able to step into purpose and step into what the Lord said that he has for you. Just understanding that you're worthy enough to have somebody that's quality that's next to you. You worthy enough to have quality relationships. Like, you worthy to grow and change and be different. Like, these are lies that you have to that you have to address. The things that say that you're not enough, the familiarity, all of that, like everything that reminds you of that old self. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything that holds you to that old self standard, you gotta break away from it, and you have to address the lie, confront the lie, and keep moving forward. That was like the main message that I got this upcoming week, man. Like, a lot of crazy good things and amazing things have been happening in our church this week. And just to know that the Lord really got my back, and he just want me to keep stepping out, and he want me to have faith in him, and he want me to do what I asked him. Because if I keep doing that, if I keep stretching out of my bounds, like, I'm going to be where I need to be, and everything going to keep working out the way it needs to work out, highs or lows. Like, that's amazing to understand. That's amazing to know. Like, a lot of times, like, sometimes what the Lord has for you might be so good, you might try to psych yourself out of the blessing. You might try to psych yourself out of what the Lord has for you. It's not gonna go away, but now he got to deal with you a little bit more. Like, hey man, like, look, I got you. I'm gonna see you through. And every day is something that builds on my faith. Every day is something that builds me to trust in him more. Every day is a relationship that makes me grow and makes me trust him more. The benefit is everything else, but I mean, extra benefit is the stuff. But more importantly, it helped me to get to know my Father more, and it changed me and make me a better person, and helped me be able to love people better. It helped me to stop being so judgmental. It helped me to do so many different things. But if we able to address these lies, man, we become better people in ourselves, and then after that, all that extra good stuff come after that. Addressing the lies with other people. The first thing I'm gonna say is, man, it's important that you got real, genuine people around you when you taking advice, or sometimes even when you open up to people. I can personally just keep it 1,000 when I tell you that a lot of times when I have something on my mind, I don't care who around, I don't care who you is, man, I just talk. People do that to me randomly anyway. So I just talk, and you know, a lot of times it's not even necessarily that I'm looking for a whole lot of advice. Sometimes I just need a sounding board to have this thing bounce off and then come back to me. But a lot of times it's important for you to have like a real, like, some solid people around that give you some honest information, is because a lot of times if you're not getting that, you'll confront lies from other people who are familiar with you and locked into your old self. Man, these are not people to get advice from. These are not people to have sounding boards from. Because a lot of times, man, or people especially also people who are committed to growth and committed to truth and committed to what's real. Because a lot of times, man, like, just even on the sex tip, like, you know, you'll hear people to be like, man, like, why you celibate? Why you waiting to have your wife, man? What if her, you know, what if that cat stank? You know what I'm saying? Or they'd be like, or what if it ain't good? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or what if you don't be working like that? You ain't gonna last that long, or whatever. Like, man, like, come on, man. Like, like, come on, fam. Like, that's what you got. And it's important for us to confront the lie of just being like, man, anything that the Lord has ever given you, anything that the Lord blesses in your life, like, stuff gonna be dope. Stuff gonna be dope, period. It's not gonna mean that you're not gonna go through no tough times, or you're not gonna go through nothing hard, but like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? This might be a little bit too much, but it is what it is. Like, man, I know personally, man, even before, you know, before Christ, even BC, like, I've never had anything that I was just like, oh, this is so terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's not, you don't run into that too often. You know what I'm saying? Like, things happen with people. We all go through certain situations, but if you love that person and y'all in this thing together, this stuff gonna be raw regardless. You know what I'm saying? You sharing something more than just that experience, and y'all grow and get to learning each other and get to learning what each other like and all that other type of stuff. But like, it's important for us to address the lie and just being able to understand, like, man, with us doing what God has called us to do, man, I ain't never seen, like, the Bible even says you never seen the righteous forsaken. You never seen him begging for bread. So, like, if you really doing what Christ has asked you to do, if you was hanging in there, even if you make a mistake, again, the Lord will still restore you. So, like, it's important for us to know that, like, we have a father. We have someone watching over us. I know a lot of times we get used to all the trauma that we dealt with a child, but the Lord is still so nurturing, so caring. He's able to be there and work that stuff out of you. The Lord is never going to drop you. He's never going to let you fall. He's never going to leave you lacking. He's never going to make you go through something that doesn't bring him glory and is not really pleasing to you, man. I know a lot of the prophets, they go through stuff. I know that people of God, they go through stuff. We all gonna go through stuff. That's life. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's just testing in the Lord, just saying, good job, keep going. But it's important to understand, you know, a lot of people talk about the universe. A lot of people talk about horoscopes. A lot of people talk about all this other type of stuff that don't build security. I know that the God that controls everything, that controls this whole world, that controls the universe, that controls everything, who's made everything and spoke everything into existence, who molded us in his hand out of dirt. You know what I'm saying? He's in control of all of that. And he made me. So if he made me, he know what I want. He know what I need. I just gotta be cool and address the lie and just be like, look, man, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying. I get where you're coming from, but that's not true, man. That's just not true, man. And I realize also, this is a slight note, man, people just be lying, man. People be lying. People be lying about their relationships. People be lying about their sexual relationships that they have with people. People just be lying, man. People be lying about their finances. People be lying about everything, man. It's no point of us trying to compare ourselves with other people's situations, because we have to address the lies. Stuff just don't be real, man. It's important that you be real with yourself. It's important that I be real with myself. It's important that we all get a glimpse, and we all just crack down and just be able to just be happy with ourselves, with who we are, no matter what. I know a lot of times we be on social media and that be like the killer, man, of all the comparisons, but sometimes you just need to take a step back. A lot of times I be going to events and I be kicking it and be doing certain things, and like, man, I don't even be trying to bring my phone with me no more. I don't be trying to do all this extra stuff. It's just because I might have my phone with me, but I still might leave it in my pockets, because, man, I just want to experience life now, man. I want to experience what's real. I want to be able to experience what's true. So, like, especially no matter what I go through or what I've been through or what I've seen, man, this stuff comes from a real place. It comes from a truthful place. It comes from a place where God has molded me and transformed me, man. That's how we're able to confront lies, is because if we're able to go through this process and be in relationship with God the way that we need to, be in our word the way we need to. You know, when Jesus was tempted constantly with the devil telling him to transform bread into stone, to jump off, to, you know, to put himself on the throne early, like, it was important. He knew the word and he knew what God said about him. He knew truth. So that truth was able to break everything that the devil was throwing at him, so he can be able to stand stern and being who he was called to be. I feel like a lot of times we get hyped up. I get hyped up. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, I want to do this thing. I want to go far. I want to, you know, I want things to happen so much quicker than what God has already got planned, that, you know, you get yourself caught up in a whirlwind, and then you're trying to figure out what the heck happened. But as long as we stand on truth, as long as we keep this relationship going, keep that relationship with God going first, everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people be looking at me crazy, because, like, if I got some downtime or y'all see me walking around in the street, I just might be talking. But I'm talking to my dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm either reevaluating something with myself, or I'm talking with my dad, like, what's up? Like, what's going on? Let me tell you how I feel right now. Let me tell you what's going on. Like, this is real relationship, man. I'm here to try to pump fake or try to make something seem like it is, or I'm not trying to come out here and be super holy. I used to try to do that stuff, but that stuff is a dead end, man. That's a dead end, and it don't give room for the Lord to really be able to use you. I encourage everybody to just be honest with God about everything that you're going through, because you need to confront your lies with yourself first. And with you being able to confront the lies with yourself first, or the lies with yourself first, and bringing that truth to the Lord, man, he can heal you and he can change you. Anything that comes in a way of fronting or being fake, the Lord can't heal it. He can't fix it. He can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with a lot of stuff where, personally, that I'm just like, man, look, man, I'm not feeling this, Lord. I'm not even liking the way that this thing feels. I'm not liking the way my life has been going lately, or this is not recent, but I'm just talking about in general of things that I brought to him, and he was able to be there to heal me. He was been able there to let me know or reaffirm me of who I was and what I'm supposed to be and who he called me to be. And it's amazing to just see how the Lord step in your life in an unconventional way, like an unreligious way, to let you know that he got your back and that he loves you. Wowzers. Again, it's important. Again, it's important that we just address the lies, man. Confront the lies. Confront them. Go head on to them lies and just be like, hey, man, like, that stuff not real. It's not real, man. I'm not accepting it, and it's not real. It's important, especially when we talking about the boundary thing, man. It's just understanding, like, man, what you gonna accept and what you not gonna accept in your life. And lies is nothing that I can accept. Man, a lot of times, man, the hardest thing that I've ever had to do, and I used to hate, I can honestly say that I hate it. I hate that sometimes that even when I mess up or even when I am lying, man, it bruised in my chest where I can hardly be able to sleep at night. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I can't go through. I don't feel comfortable. None of that thing. It's just like lava's going through my body. And until I'm able to express the truth, until I'm able to address the lie and confront the lie, and until I'm able to deal with what I deal with, that's the only way that I can be free, man. It really is, man. It sucks. To me, it's wonderful, but it sucks at the same time. I've literally, like, a lot of times some people, just being honest, a lot of times some people got caught cheating. You know what I'm saying? They got caught cheating. So your hand get caught in the cookie jar. Even some people don't fess up even in them times. But a lot of times my hand don't get caught in the cookie jar. I just be telling on myself. And in the past, I just used to tell on myself, yeah, the last time I told you that I went to go to Subway to get a sandwich. I had a real joke right there, but I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. That's not the only person that I was trying to give a foot long to. No, I might cut that out. Oh, that's funny. That's mad funny to me. I'm sorry. But yeah, like a lot of times I used to go out and just used to be telling on myself, especially, or just fessing up to my truth. So you know what I'm saying? Because I even feel like that in relationships, man. In relationships, I don't feel like I can move forward if we not telling the truth with one another. Truth is a basis that everything should be able to be laid on. You know what I'm saying? Truth is a place. We're just gonna go into the scripture because it's not going anywhere. I'm just gonna say it. Truth gonna set you free. John 8:31. Jesus said to those who believed him, "If you abide in my word, you are my disciple indeed, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." The truth shall set you free. But basically, like, truth is there to liberate you. It's there to bring you freedom. It's there to be able to ease your heart. It's there to take on every burden that you felt like you had to take on your own. Like, truth is there to really just be able to bring rest to your heart and just really be able to just have you in a free space that you don't have to worry. it's hard to walk in truth is because a lot of time truth, it makes other people uncomfortable, it makes you uncomfortable, and a lot of times it changes the dynamic of relationships. And a lot of times I feel like we don't feel like people will accept us if we live in truth, or we wonder how people react if we tell people our truth. Truth is there to really be able to break down everything that's holding you back. Truth is there to break down condemnation. You know, Jesus says that he's the way, the truth, and the life. When we accepted him as Lord and Savior, we got salvation. Salvation was there to set me free. Salvation was there to save me. Salvation was there to let me know that I don't have to do this on my own. Salvation was there to crack down all the pride, which is all fake, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all a lie, man. It's good to know that the closer that I get to Jesus, the more I'm truthful, the more I'm honest, like, the more I can just be free. Sometimes it's hard to be truthful because sometimes I really feel like truth can hurt people. Like, prime example, somebody asked me out, was like trying to, you know, I got put on the spot about trying to go out on a date or something like that, but you know, I don't really look at her like that for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. But you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, we can try to work it out. And at the same time, I'm like, I really don't. And I know eventually I'm probably gonna have to put it to the side and just be like, you know, I just really want to just be cool. Like, I just want to be cool. I just want to be cool. And I just got to be honest and just telling people in a way that's loving that I just want to be cool. But a lot of times, man, some of y'all females be trying to put people on the spot in front of your friend. Stop doing that stuff, man. Stop doing it. Stop putting me on the hot spot. Ain't nobody trying to make nobody be rejected in front of people. That's not cool. Like, that's not cool. Females, let's stop doing that, okay? Let's stop doing that. Brothers, let's stop doing that. Because, you know, if you and my brothers then did that too, stop doing that to me, all right? Stop doing that to your friend, all right? Ask them privately, to the side. The second verse that I have comes from Numbers 23, and it's going to be verse 19. God is not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man that he shall repent. Has God said and he will not do it? Or has he not spoken it and it will not be made good? Like, you know, prophet had to come up like, hey man, I know you've been dealing with a lot of flakiness, but God ain't that. You feel me? He's always on top. No, I'm sorry. I'm having fun today. I'm tired. But yeah, God is not a man that he's gonna lie. Like, everything he says, he's gonna do it. Everything he promised you, he's gonna keep it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He makes promises with himself. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He makes promises that he's always gonna be able to lean on and let you know that he got you. So stop worrying. Just stop worrying. Stop worrying. Stop worrying about the wait. Live right now. You got time. Anything else that the Lord is about to add on to our life, hands down, it takes more. It's more work. It's more responsibility. Just deal with the responsibility that you got right now. Be free. Do what you want to do right now. All in all, the main thing that I'm trying to say is that, like, the freedom that you have now, just enjoy that freedom. A lot of times the Lord will add stuff on and they will be a benefit to your life, but it's also a responsibility that you're going to have to talk about, that the Lord needs to guide you with and that he needs to deal with you. So enjoy what you have right now. What the Lord has promised, he's going to keep that promise. He's not a liar. He's not the devil. The devil is a liar. God keeps his promises. He does what he said he's going to do. He keeps those promises and he goes through it. Good and bad, okay? Good and bad. But it's important that that we just be able to just confront the lie. A lot of times, man, I feel like if we able to live in truth, if we're able to live in what's real and what God says, that we're going to be all right. Not going to say we're going to be perfect. That's what forgiveness is there for. And that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? That he's going to throw it into a sea of forgiveness. Like, he's going to restore you. Like, this is who God is. Sometimes he's gonna correct us. This is who God is, though. Like, we always have to be able to stand on what's true and what's real. And a lot of times, what we think is real, we have to leave an opening for God to change. Because a lot of times we standing on stuff that is a lie. Standing on stuff that we held on to for so long and we believe it as the truth and it's not true. With God, everything has to do with us being open to Him and us believing and standing on the truth of who He is. If we able to stand on that, we cool. That's the rock. That's the rock that's higher than ourselves. That's the rock that's firm and won't move. But I thank y'all for listening to me. I'm gonna plug my girl in. Shout out to Lower Yale. Shout out to Lo. This is like my second clothes that I am wearing of hers. Kingdom Culture. Got God vibes and God created me dope. I'm gonna put the link on for if you want to buy one of these shirts. A lot of times y'all be like, man, where y'all get that hoodie from? Where you get that shirt from? I'm gonna let you know. Right down there. You hit that more button, you can buy it right now. We're in stock and we're ready to roll. But yeah, again, the clothing line is called Kingdom Culture. Appreciate everything. Appreciate y'all constantly watching. I appreciate the feedback that I'm getting. I appreciate the love that's being spread. You know, I like this space right now. Like, it really is a cool space. Doing this, you know, a lot of times you think it's scary, but a lot of times it really is liberating to me. Because, like, what I'm telling y'all about, like, confronting a lie and living in the truth and allowing God to show me the truth that I should stand on and showing me what's real. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of times a lot of times I'm helping y'all, but at the same time, this stuff is being able to heal my heart and making me mad stronger as well. But thank y'all for tuning in to Stages. See y'all next week. Gang gang.